Hi.
Hi, darling.
How are you doing?
I am a different human after those 2 episodes of The Traitors.
We keep watching when I get home from work, which means we're watching at like sometimes 11 and I'm so heightened.
Oh my God.
My heart is racing. I'm so anxious. I'm so stressed, but also having the time of my life watching these shows.
I cannot believe those episodes. We watched episode 5 in bed, and the number of times we like turned our heads to each other at the same time, or like smacked our faces, because it just got more and more. We'll get to it, but even before any of the Fiona and Rachel stuff started happening, it was already unbelievably dramatic and tense.
It was.
Wow. It is just giving.
It's something. Sorry, your eye makeup looks really lovely. I just
You're
noticed.
looking at me like there was something on my face.
No, I was like,
does it look okay?
Yeah, it's so pretty.
I don't know,
I
like
was
Cleopatra.
mesmerised. No, but maybe a little bit, but in a good way.
Actually, she's
Why
weird.
would you not want to look like Cleopatra? Strange.
So we're going to talk about episodes 5 and 6, obviously.
Come on! Thank God we've recorded. They've got a problem. Why does that happen?
It's like the brakes on the car, which is your voice, don't work very well. So they go like, "Let me. I want to say the thing."
Thank
Thank God we recorded.
God we recorded a couple of episodes. Thank God you saved me there, because I was never going to get there.
I know. I was thinking if we were doing one a week, we'd have to now go back to fucking episode 3, and everything has. I mean, it's hard to keep yourself calm when you're recapping anyway, because there's just so much. But I'm going to make us go back a little bit.
Thank you.
Because there was a lot of, well, I suppose, first of all,
oh my God,
my metaphorical hat is in danger.
I can't believe this isn't true. We were so utterly convinced. Like, I was like, there's no way we're wrong.
that Reece and Amanda, just in case no one listened to the last episode, we were so convinced that Reece and Amanda were mother and son. We kept like looking at each other like, here it comes.
In the same way that Ellie was shown so much more when Ross was about to get done, we saw so many shots of Amanda, when Reece started crying. Are we on this part already, or am I too soon?
No, but we can reverse.
Sorry.
But yeah, I know what you're about to say.
When Reece was crying, Amanda was like, it's fine, it's fine.
Reece, it's okay.
Yeah, like in the way that a mum would say, don't worry, darling, like, I'm okay, I can go home.
I just cannot believe they're not related. But anyway, I just want to go back to the challenge, the shield burning challenge from episode 5.
Yeah.
Because Reece, what the hell are you doing?
Thinking, Reece?
Burning your own shield. I mean, that is suspicious behaviour.
Yeah.
It was like he was a mess this episode, because he clearly wanted it but didn't want to bring himself to like try to fight his corner. He was just like exhausted by it. I mean, we're seeing a lot of participants this year being like, I guess it is a game. I guess it's fun, but like they're just shattered to the soul.
Yeah, because it seems like it's been exhausting and like non-stop, more so than other times.
Yeah, totally. But when he decided to burn his own shield, we were just like, for God's sake.
We're like, what are you doing, mate?
What are you bloody doing?
Have a bit of gameplay.
Honestly.
And his excuse was that he knew someone else would do it anyway, so he didn't want. So that's a bit more heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was really
I do
heartbreaking.
believe that was his reason that he did it,
But
is that he didn't want to know who was going to do it. But I'm also like, yeah, but you need to think about making yourself look suspicious, and you're making yourself look very suspicious.
Yeah. And you'd already kind of done that with the bone tower challenge of like giving away your skulls.
Yeah,
giving
so
away
true.
your skulls.
Giving away your skulls. Giving away your skulls.
Yeah, I just think what the fuck's going on? And then Mumsy, no longer his mum, then had the unbelievable moment with Rachel where she told her,
oh my God,
about being a detective.
You have no idea. That was just, she was played, and she didn't even know she was played. Rachel was like,
she was almost thrown off in that moment, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She was so shocked by this gold dust that she'd been sprinkled with. I just kept thinking that they were like killing Eve, because they were kind of in love with each other. Like, Rachel shed real tears for Amanda, which was unbelievable. And
she was really defensive. It's like being like, it's not Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Amanda just could not have been more wrong. I can't believe it. We had to watch Uncloaked after.
Yeah, well, in the hope of many things, but also because we wanted to see if Amanda would say that Reece was her son.
Yeah.
It clings on until the end of these 2 episodes, I can tell you that. But yeah, we needed to see her react to Rachel being a traitor.
So funny.
She didn't look too hurt.
No, but she was like, well, I did want her to win, but fuck her, basically. But I do think that Rachel, I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't have the friendship even if you're betraying them. Like, she was using her in a way, but it doesn't like completely cancel out the friendship. That's the confusing thing. I do think Rachel really liked Amanda.
Yeah, agree.
But Rachel was a very confusing character. So we had the agonising 3 rounds of round table stalemate situation.
Oh.
It was just the whole time us thinking, oh my God, it's mother and son.
Yeah.
But that was just crazy. And Amanda made some really put her foot in it a couple of times. Remember when she went in on Sam about the thing he'd said about being tired, people being tired, and she just got it completely wrong.
Yeah. I'm feeling a bit, after these 2 round tables, I'm feeling a bit more Team Sam, to be honest. I think he's been dealt a shit card. And he's like, his gameplay's quite good, but he's just so arrogant. It's just literally his character that people just don't like.
But I'm almost starting to be like, is he arrogant, or does he just look like
Arrogance
someone
personified?
Yeah, like he looks like an estate agent / frat boy /
account manager or whatever he is, because he actually is that.
Yeah, like, but he does seem to be quite humbled. I don't know, but I guess he's always kind of like smiling when people are accusing him, which could be read as quite arrogant.
I
but
would really find that annoying.
I'm starting to feel quite sorry for him because people just don't like his face, basically.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a dick in the first episode.
I think that's what's fucked him over, is that he came on too strong and wasn't thinking about making relationships, which is what this game is all about.
Yeah.
I think what I would find so frustrating about being on Traitors, right?
Yeah.
Is that you catch them, but then they just get more.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd be exhausted. I find that so annoying.
That would be so annoying, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's so true. You think you're weeding them out and working
You're just
it
never
out.
you're never weeding them out.
Oh.
You're just playing until the end. Like, you're just seeing if you can. It's literally just playing the long game. That's it. So I find that very frustrating, because there's all this emphasis on getting the traitors out throughout, and then it's like, well, what's the fucking point?
Well, it's almost like that's why, even though I loved the way the Celebrity Traitors ended in the end with Alan winning, that was why. Who were the 2 Hundies?
Joe Marler,
and
Nick Mohammed.
And Nick Mohammed's like plan was so appealing, where they were like, we're not going to get Alan and everybody out too early. We know who they are, but we're going to sit on it, because if you manage to let the traitors who you know are traitors stick around, then you're not going to get new recruits, and then you can suddenly pull the rug, as they said. But obviously they totally fucked it up. But
I hope that
you can see that happening with Stephen and Rachel. Like,
yeah, exactly. Stephen is not gonna last. Well, I thought he wasn't, but
everything's changed now. Okay,
but before we go ahead, I was just gonna say, I hope Harriet takes the Joe Marler, Nick Mohammed approach.
I think she really might.
But as I said to you, that I think there's just no way she's getting to the end. She'll get murdered.
She's too savvy. She's way too clever.
Anyway. Oh my God. So now Amanda's gone. The amount of text messages we got about this episode was unprecedented.
I know. We saw them all coming in. We were like, what the fuck has happened? We haven't watched it yet. Yeah. It was so exciting. And I thought, like, everything that happened, I was like, this is the thing that happened. And then
there's no way we could have guessed this.
Oh my God.
I can't believe this. So obviously you guys all know what happened, because otherwise you wouldn't be listening to this fucking podcast. But Rachel, for some bizarre reason, like, I think the way she did this was so odd. Like, this gameplay was strange to me.
Yeah.
She gathered, guys, I've got some news. Yeah. Gathering everyone round, drawing attention to herself in a massive way. Like, it wasn't very faithful behaviour.
No, she could have done it. I understand why she was like, okay, this gives me an advantage. We can frame Jade and Sam and keep going on that. which is so ridiculous because Amanda was the
so
shittest.
wrong.
Yeah, was the shittest
detective.
one.
Also, that's what. Like, do you remember? Just briefly, while it's on my mind, when we were talking about Sam a second ago, that's what I liked about Sam at the round table. That he was like, "Well, there's no point in going off of someone who has a hunch who's gone because." They could be totally wrong. I think that's kind of what he was saying, and he was kind of like, if that person was here now, would you be giving them that much?
They get this kind of deified status, don't they? When they leave,
like posthumously, we must respect them. And it's like, well, no.
And I felt so Rachel. I think it was kind of clever to use that to be like, okay, I can use this as leverage. But the way she did it was way too self-important and.
I was entrusted with this information.
Fiona was right that she was gleeful about it and kept, have you heard the news? Going into every room, making a big hoo-ha about it. I felt so sorry for Jade because the first group she did it with had Jade sitting next to her and she was like, we need to completely 100% believe what Amanda was saying, like in front of Jade, and Jade's little cheeks were going.
I don't think Jade expected to have such a hard time.
No, she's a bit of a weak cast, I think. Like, she's not bringing that much, really.
No, well, she is, but she isn't. I think her, on paper, I can understand why they got her in, and I think she talks a big talk, but actually might be a bit more socially awkward than she realised.
I feel bad for her,
her game. I think she's probably a really good player, but I think her sensitivities lie in when she's accused, she obviously can't cope with it.
Yeah.
Because that's been the case from the beginning.
Yeah. And I felt so bad for her. So it was like half clever from Rachel, but also each episode, Rachel just seems to be becoming more and more of a megalomaniac.
Yeah.
And the Fiona and Rachel hatred was already brewing. Fiona said at the start of the episode something like, Rachel's a lone wolf. Like, I don't trust her.
Yeah. And it was a bit painful because you could see Rachel defending Stephen quietly. In the same breath, Fiona was telling Harriet, she couldn't have told Harriet. She couldn't have told Harriet that she wasn't defending Stephen.
No, she told Harriet about Harriet was the first person she told about the detective thing. She was like, Rachel's saying this and I don't believe it because my family are coppers.
Yeah, and then it must have been in the VT in the same scene that then Fiona was saying Rachel hasn't defended Stephen once, while that was literally happening at the breakfast. So that was a bit painful because I'm like,
she was defending. Yeah, we've seen that she actually she has been true to her word that so far her and Stephen have been defending each other.
And despite her big fucking performance about saying that Amanda was a detective, she was defending Stephen quietly and tactfully.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, Fiona.
When she started to, I kind of loved it at first when she was saying quietly, I don't trust Rachel, because I was like, yeah, you shouldn't trust Rachel. Rachel's going to fucking get you out as soon as she can. But then to announce it to the room, that was, why did she do that? She was too het up in the situation. And we've never seen such a thing when two people are just saying...
Not at a round table. We've never seen that kind of energy in the turret, which we'll come to.
Oh
but like never outside of the round table has that kind of altercation occurred. And it was crazy.
And Stephen's face just like... It was unbelievable. And how much was it to do with her not trusting Rachel, and how much was it to do with her being
pissed off,
offended that Amanda hadn't told her, or like she couldn't believe that Amanda wouldn't tell her because she's putting her family coppers thing on such a big pedestal. It's like that was such a downfall.
Yeah, I do think Fiona had gotten too complacent in her position. Her gameplay was just so good and so subtle that behaviour just didn't align with the way that she was behaving the rest of the time.
It was too aggressive.
It was too aggressive.
Especially
so that's what made her so suspicious. But she was too comfortable. And I think you're right. I think it was like an ego thing. She was like, what the fuck? Like, I should have tricked Amanda into telling me. How did Rachel do it? She's not playing the way that I'm playing, you know?
Yeah. And it was such a move from Rachel that she was so excited and didn't tell Stephen, didn't tell anyone else, just came out with it straight away, that it, like, I can see how Fiona was like this is a massive tactical thing that hasn't been discussed with us at all.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? But also to respond like that was just crazy.
And breaking the traitor's oath.
Yes, there was the traitor's oath at the beginning. They swear to
conceal the identities of the other traitors.
Of themselves and of the other traitors. And it feels like to just stand there and say, I think Rachel was a traitor, is breaking that oath. But it's very hard to know because obviously there's been times in the previous series
we've had
where
parting gift,
or like, you know, traitors have started to turn on each other and are saying, yeah, I'm not sure about him, to other participants. Like, you know, they've done as much as say, I think this person's a traitor.
And also, I mean, all day long they're saying, I think this person's a traitor, and they're not. So it would be strange to not accuse a traitor.
Yeah, but it did feel like it slightly crossed the line of deconstructing the whole facade.
Yeah, and I was also thinking, like, what happens then? Does Claudia come in and say one of the traitors' oaths has been compromised, and then everyone fucking knows who it is? So it's just, it's crazy.
Yeah, because I think we discussed that with parting gift as well, didn't we? Like, how do you
monitor
that? You're not being paid to appear on the show. You can't take away their fee. You could edit them out a bit, but that isn't good for the show.
And people's like ego gets in the way and they can ruin the entire game.
Yeah, it shows how fragile it all is. That they're just playing at something, and that it just felt like they were both just standing there being like, you're a traitor, no, you're a traitor, in front of everyone.
And I can't believe Harriet's like, it's traitor on traitor. Like, I know it. So should we go to the
turret?
Oh, okay, no. I guess we have to go to the turret. Yeah, I was going to say, let's fucking get to the next round table, but yeah, the turret.
Just amazing tension between those two.
Rachel was kind of not even looking at her, right? She was, and when she was like,
yeah. And the Stephen element was so amazing because Stephen had a bond with Fiona. Fiona is telling him Rachel isn't defending you. So it was like, for a minute, is it going to, you know, get into his head?
Yeah.
He's going to have to decide. I think ultimately I kind of wanted to see Rachel go down, but tactically they made the right decision with the way the episode played out.
I can't believe how it went down. It was incredible.
It was crazy. I just want to say, because then Reece got murdered. Poor old Reece.
But I agree, it was a mercy killing, and I think he had to go.
Oh, I liked him though, but yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And then James was crying when he found out that Reece had been killed because he'd been going for him so much. And that made me like James more. I hadn't been liking James. He gives me like Russell Brand adjacent, like noughties comedian, something.
He's very
makes
much
me feel a little
that.
Bit like, ooh, I'm not sure
that
I'd want to be chatted up by you situation.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, are you just ADHD, quite anxious, distractible? Him crying made me like him more. I'm going to give him a chance now.
Well, yeah, and also if he is neurodivergent, which we're just assuming.
Completely assuming. It's a compliment.
Neurodivergence, it is a compliment for coming from us. That would make more sense about the naughties thing, because like him being like a naughties kind of comedian vibe, because he's 38.
Yeah.
And therefore he could have been like copying what was
going
on in the media around him. Not
Hundy P.
actually what they were doing, but the way they're behaving.
Yes. There was such a like trend of like white men with funny hair jumping around and shouting things with like tight jeans on. Yeah, Dick and Dom.
I like his hair. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, his hair is cute. So he showed his humanity in that moment.
Yes.
And that was good to see.
So, well, I guess the next thing that's going to happen is we've kind of spoken about breakfast already, haven't we? But then
they've got the game.
The game, yeah.
They've obviously worked really hard on all the games this season, and I think it's really
paid off.
They've got like a social element in every game. Like it used to just be like, everyone run really fast and pick up these things and you get money. And now like almost, I think every single one has a kind of potential to make people paranoid, or they have to like put someone else at risk or save someone else.
And something that they've been doing a lot is like pick your teams that you're going to be in, choose your groups, or like, are you going to play it? Like, how are you choose how to play it. So there's like strategy in so many elements of the games, and that makes for more interesting viewing.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I didn't realise those people would have chosen each other. So that's cool to know that that's where the connections are, because we can't see everything 24/7. So like, even when Stephen, I think later on, listed who he was closest to, I think in the round table, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was it? Do you remember?
Oh, fuck.
I don't remember that bit.
Don't ask me that question.
Oh,
He
no,
said,
I
like,
just...
It was like 4 people, but one of whom was... It was like, obviously Fiona.
Yeah.
He didn't say... I don't think he said Rachel.
No, you don't have to remember. I was just curious because a lot of people seem to like him, but it's not clear whether he has like a clique or not.
I think it seemed like a random group of people.
Yeah. So in the mirror game...
Yeah.
We have the mortifying moment.
Oh no! Oh no! It breaks my heart.
Oh, the mortifying moment from Roxy, where they're talking about
most likable,
or most liked player, and everyone is saying Jessie immediately, and she's like, I think people maybe might have said me, and everyone's like, yeah.
And then she was like, I'm not trying to be big-headed. Oh, Roxy, I want to be your friend. I feel really bad. I want to cuddle you up and have you around for a cup of tea. Because I can't believe they kept that in. That's so mean. Why did they do that?
I mean, why did she let it come out of her mouth?
But she was just trying to find the right answer, I think. Oh, give her a break.
That was really painful. Bless her.
It was.
Oh my God. I was kind of pleasantly surprised that Jessie was the most likable player. I thought that she might be going under the radar a bit. But...
Oh my God. Speaking of going under the radar, kind of, every time she screamed when they got their answer right, she kept falling over.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
I really like her.
I love her. She's not, I was going to say she's not going to last to the end.
Well.
Anyway,
quite.
We'll come to that. I can't believe how much there is. I can't believe how much there is. This is just crazy.
So all this time, Harriet is kind of saying, I'm looking at Rachel. And I'm looking at Fiona. And she's in Rachel's team. And both of them get a smoky mirror, of course.
Brilliant.
And
it's
smoky
just... mirror. Both of them get a smoky mirror.
Oh my God, you stopped doing the play the movie voice.
Aww.
That lasted a long time.
Oh, well, time to bring it back. Play the movie. Yeah, play. Anyone else? Put it in the comments what that's from.
It was amazing seeing them all, their team sit around and Rachel desperately trying to steer and control and get all of the information while Harriet knows that she doesn't want to give it to her but doesn't want to let her know that she's not giving it to her.
Harriet's very good.
She's brilliant. I didn't like her at first, and this episode I'm just a huge fan.
And she said, I've got that same feeling that I did with Hugo, and I'm going to lean into it. I was like, yes!
I just
think, you go, girl!
I think it's incredible that the writer is getting it all right and the detective was shit, because it's like there isn't actually evidence for the detective to look at. There's a narrative that's being built for entertainment.
Life's a story, baby.
Yeah.
Life's a roller coaster.
And
also, you don't go into the police. You don't go into police. You don't go into the police because you're creative.
Exactly.
So, but playing this game, there's a lot of creative elements.
Yeah.
Because you have to be creative in your way of in your deception.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It makes sense, I guess, that the detective couldn't get it right because she was going off of evidence, like you said, which there isn't bloody any.
No, and there's red herrings and there's confusing stuff and yeah.
So you'd almost think Ellie would also have another reason to be getting things right because she's a psychologist. But creativity wins. This is why AI isn't going to succeed.
Quite. But Harriet knows. It must be so weird being like, okay, I know that I think I'm getting this right. I know that I'm a threat to the traitors. How do I now make myself seem less noticeable and less... You can see her kind of trying to just empty herself of energy. So, but it's...
And when they were trying to come up with the questions, she was just like, I don't know what I'm going to say, blah, blah, blah. And that was clever. Because I was also just like, what the hell are you going to ask them?
I know. I couldn't think of a single thing until...
Well, should we do round table first?
Yeah. Amazing. Another amazing round table.
One for the books.
Stephen realises before that if he has the courage to point the finger at Fiona, that it might release him from the increasingly tight hold that the Library 5 has on him. Jessie has really been putting the heat on him for that. And it is a genius way out of that trap.
Stephen has just he's been, do you remember Rachel said, like, I've been so lucky this whole time?
Yeah.
Like, she has. And Stephen has just been weirdly lucky as well.
Yeah.
But in so many unlucky situations.
Yeah.
He's just managed to wriggle his way out of them all. And I think, yeah, this is the biggest one.
Yeah.
I think he made himself look really innocent when he was crying and talking about Fiona, but then when it kept going on, he made himself look really guilty.
It was a bit much, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really, I'm glad that it hurt him to betray her, even though it's a game. It was amazing to see. And him and Rachel are an amazing team because she's fucking cold-blooded.
Yeah.
She does not give a shit.
No.
She was loving taking Fiona down, whereas he has all of the guilty conscience about it. So they're just a very fascinating combination.
I was also like really excited for the round table in the sense of I wanted to see Fiona's evidence that she was going to present to the group and that was going to make them all see that Rachel was a baddie. And then I was like, where is it, love?
Oh, yeah.
Where is it, love?
Yeah.
And it just wasn't there. And I am actually genuinely really shocked that everyone managed to decide it was Fiona. I can't believe it. Who was it? Sam and Fiona. Those were the top.
Yeah, and I guess the key thing was that everyone else just kind of believed the detective thing and didn't believe that she would have surely had to tell Fiona because her family were policemen. Like, that wasn't as convincing as to anyone else as it was to Fiona because it was like a personal slight. So they were all kind of like, okay, but like, we do think she was a detective, so...
It was kind of amazing that Rachel ended up not looking as sus. And I guess that is just the way you have to play. You kind of have to tell a bit of the truth, but not the whole truth.
What do you mean?
Like, she told the truth that is actually what Amanda said to her, even though it feels mad. But she did. And therefore, she came across more convincing because she had a truth that she was peddling. Does that make sense? Whereas Fiona was peddling a hunch.
Yeah.
That's a weird sentence.
I know what you mean, but... I wanted Fiona to win the battle because I find Rachel a little bit too cold-blooded, but I'm also in a way glad that she didn't because just the narrative now of them, Rachel and Stephen suddenly having this second wind is so entertaining.
It's invigorating.
Yeah, it is.
So,
and them having the alliance, I'm like, oh, that's exciting.
What do you think about Fiona writing down Sam instead of Rachel?
I think at first I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, but me too. I was like, what the hell?
But then I realised she had to because it was the only way she was giving herself a chance not to go out. Which, like, she knew that he was going to be the other one.
Yes.
But I thought it was amazing that she went out and said that she did that because she wants Rachel to win. Rachel deserves to win. And that she had respect for Rachel even though they fucking hated each other.
I love that too.
That made me absolutely love Fiona. And I think she was way more of a game player than she made herself. Like, she had respect for the game.
Yeah, I agree.
So
that was awesome.
So cool not to ruin the fun, like, as you're leaving.
Yeah, not to do a parting gift, even though she like really went in on Rachel. That could look like a traitorous move.
Yeah.
And it looks more, it implicates Sam more. And everyone's going to think that, I think. I don't think people will be like, why did she protect Rachel at the end? Is that because she's a traitor? Apart from Harriet, and I think Harriet knows she's got to keep that quiet for a while. She fucking has to because she's going to get mothered.
It's so frustrating. That's one of the most frustrating things, isn't it? That you're just going to end up with the least clever people and all of the most liked and cleverest people
get booted. Okay.
Oh my God.
Come on. The moment we've all been waiting for.
The darkest horse in all of history. Slunks. What's the word? Slunks out from the shadows.
I couldn't believe this.
Slinks.
Main character energy. And I was like, you're my hero.
Oh my God, Matt.
I didn't even know your name before this.
It was quite sexy.
It was really fit. He's sexy in his little fucking V-neck sweater vest,
taking control.
I need to know that there's trust. I can't remember what his accent is like.
I think it's Irish.
What the fuck? So it's keeping the Celtic trifecta alive.
Oh my God.
Is he Irish? I think you might be right.
I think so.
Oh my
because
God.
he said the thing about what's for you won't go by you, and you were like, I thought that was a Scottish thing.
Oh, he did say it in an accent, in a Northern Irish accent.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, that's such a good point that you noted that. And this is what he decided to do. So we were like, what the hell would you ask the traitors? What the hell would you ask him? And when he said, who are you going to murder next? I was like, why is he asking that? That's so weird. He wants an element of trust. Why would he want that?
Yeah, the idea started to brew in my head in that moment, but I think it was just because he planted it. I don't know if I would have come to it myself.
No.
It was genius.
It was
surely
work.
the only thing you could do. It's the best thing to do.
I'm intrigued to see what Harriet does, but yeah,
me too. Maybe she'll do the same.
Yeah,
I don't think she will. I think she wants to find them. I don't think she wants to join them. But
yeah, I agree.
I would, if I could possibly have come up with that, I would do the same as him.
It's absolutely brilliant,
especially because he's the most fair.
What was it? Fairest of them all.
People, like, he seems very faithful. He's been quite quiet, so he would be an amazing
incredible
recruit. I hope they do it, but I don't know if they will because they've got such a tight knit little paranoid alliance.
If they didn't. I feel like it was too appealing.
It's incredible,
and also like Matt is now in control of the whole game.
Yeah,
somehow it's in the palm of his hands. Because I always think it's kind of down to the producers whether they're recruiting or murdering. I'm like, oh my God, he's just given a golden ticket.
Yeah. Like, still kill Jesse tonight and then seduce me tomorrow.
And then, because then they know that they've got a kind of alliance, and it's just amazing.
It was
obviously very sad for Jesse to be killed. And also they could have just said Jesse and it wasn't
Yeah,
her,
it might not be her. And maybe they'll decide not to because they don't want him to have too much power. But then that ruins the trust, doesn't it? They
and
need
also
to have
if
trust.
they give him this, they can throw him under the bus later, can't they? You know, which works for them because they're going to just always be a duo as long as they can.
Yeah, absolutely incredible gameplay from Matt.
So stressful that they were all in the same room, basically.
I know. And
whispering. I was like, oh my gosh, shut up!
I would have... Yeah, it's so funny because people have been talking about like, oh, is this series not going to be as good because people are wise to the tactics and stuff? But
fucking, are you kidding me?
People just seem to be using that to make it so much more entertaining at the moment.
It's incredible. There's just nothing like it. This season has to be the best.
It's so good.
I'm so scared because I thought there was only 1 week left. Now there's 2. I'm like, what the hell's gonna happen? This is week 2. It's never been so crazy.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
Me too. It's amazing.
Probably good that we've got a few days now before the next episode to let
I think so.
Adrenaline levels settle.
Agree. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. We'll be back next week with a couple of episodes again.
If you want to check out our Patreon, we've got episodes up there, like over 100 I think now. And next week we're going to be talking about the Tessa Thompson film Header, which I'd recommend you guys watch. We're halfway kind of through it, aren't we?
Sexy,
really enjoying it.
Queer vibes.
Yeah, it's very sexy queer. Very nice, very nicely shot. I'm really enjoying it. It's based on Hedda Gabler.
Interesting adaptation. Quite a lot of quite different to the original, which is fun.
Yes, more on that on the Patreon.
And we're also going to be talking about the new Dawn French. She's starring in it. She didn't write it. Sitcom on the BBC called
Can You Keep a Secret? Do yourselves a favour.
Have a watch.
Have a watch of that. So we will be back next week with more Traitors episodes here. And like we said, check out the Patreon if you want. If you want to follow us on Instagram or TikTok or watch us on YouTube, it's all at Watching Telepod. So is our Patreon, Watching Telepod. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Love you,
darling. Bye.
Bye.